Hello, and welcome to another episode of Untraditionally Traditional, a podcast with me, Brittany Duncan, a millennial homemaker. Join me each week as I share all the things I've learned that make keeping your home, garden, and life running smoothly, all while working. If you are enjoying the podcast, please be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcasting app so you get the episodes downloaded straight to you every Monday. Now, on to today's episode. Hello, and welcome back to the 50th episode of Untraditionally Traditional, a millennial homemaker. I cannot believe that we are at episode 50. Thank you to all of you who have been listening from the early episodes, and for those of you who may have just discovered the podcast, I hope you'll stick around. I would love if we could get to 50 reviews on Apple Podcasts. If you haven't left a review yet and want to help me reach this goal, please leave an Apple rating and review, letting me know what you love about the show. The growth of the podcast is just as much my doing as it is yours. Podcasts grow through ratings and reviews and word of mouth. So that's you. Thank you for sharing with your friends and your loved ones who enjoy similar things and might also find this content valuable. Today, I want to talk about cleaning your washing machine and dryer because I recently went through having a smelly washing machine, and with the help of my friend Katie, I am now past the annoying hurdle of my clothes still smelling like damp old laundry when coming out of the dryer clean. If you have a high efficiency washing machine or a newer washing machine, the cleaning process is actually pretty simple, but I think it's something that most people don't know about, or maybe I just missed the boat. But that can really make a difference in your machine and in terms of like keeping up your machine so that it lasts longer, your clothes stay cleaner. It's all good, all of the steps. So step one is to get a Tupperware that will fit about 2 cups of water on the front of your machine. Ours is on the bottom left corner, but you're going to see a little compartment door. Open that up and you'll see a tube in there, which you will pull out. It's got a plug. Pop that out and then turn the hose so that the open end is down into that Tupperware. And water and possibly some gunk is going to pour out into the Tupperware. Keep that hose end down until all the water has drained. If y'all watch my Instagram video during the second step that I'm going to talk about in a second, clearly I did not let all the water drain because I opened that up too quickly and then water went all over the floor. So if you want to avoid that, just keep that tube in the Tupperware until no more water is coming out of it. Next, you're going to pop the circular knob back into that tube, store it, and then next to that, you're going to see another knob that twists out. So that's a filter. You're going to undo it, and again, depending on the last time that you did this, it could be relatively clean or full of some nasty. So before replacing the filter, take it, get all the hair or gunk or whatever is in there out. Maybe take it to your sink and give it a little scrub if it needs it. I like to take a cloth and actually wipe the inside of the filter compartment just to remove any like scuzz or biofilm buildup that's in there. And then once it seems clean, screw that back in there nice and tight and close the door. That's step one. You've cleaned out the filter for the machine. Next up is going to be cleaning the detergent tray. And this drawer is actually completely removable in most machines. Either on the top of it, there might be a little tab that you can push down, or on the sides, you can push in some clips so that it allows you to fully remove the tray. Depending the kind of climate that you live in, you might want to take this out, like completely out, every time you do laundry. I know my in-laws do. They have a wash tub or wash sink right next to their washer and dryer, so it's really easy just to pop that out and turn it upside down into the wash tub to completely drip and dry. I think Katie does the same thing. With ours, when I finish a load, I just pull it open to air dry. I don't actually take it completely out, but to clean it, I do. So pop that thing out, take it to your sink, give it, some dish soap and a sponge, a good scrub all over. shake it out nice and dry, maybe run a tea towel over it, and then pop it back into your machine. Once you've done that, you're now ready to run a cleaning cycle, which until I was talking to Katie and some others about this problem, I had honestly never noticed that our machine had a cleaning cycle. It might say cleaning cycle or drum clean, something like that. If you read about it, there's a few different remedies that people will recommend. Of course, there's bleach. To me, that's really aggressive. It's strong chemical, obviously. I try to avoid it. And vinegar is the next popular solution that I read a lot about, but unless I'm eating pickled vegetables, I don't particularly love smelling vinegar, and Johnson's pretty sensitive to it, so we're not a big vinegar household for cleaning. So I was talking to the group, and Katie recommended that I get this special detergent from Remedy called Citri-Safe Remedy Laundry Liquid Detergent, environmentally friendly, concentrated laundry detergent for dirt and mold. And it's awesome. Basically, what I did is take a serving of that, popped it into the normal detergent tray, and then I did the clean cycle. And I think it's like an hour and a half. It's pretty long, but you don't put anything in there. You just do the clean cycle. And once I ran it with this detergent in there, my machine was like sparkling clean. I also use this detergent for my clothes that needed a little extra help. These are the pieces of clothing that, like, no matter how many times I ran them through the wash and dryer, like flipping it over to the dryer right after it stopped, they still smelled like damp, gross laundry. So I went to my closet, I pulled out all those pieces, which for me tended to be athletic wear, a few select pairs of jeans, and then some joggers. And they were the ones that just smelled, even when clean. So I went to my closet, pulled those out, and I ran them in their own laundry load using that Remedy detergent, and the smell was gone. I couldn't believe it. Just one cycle with that special detergent. I think because it is geared towards mold. I don't know, whatever it is, it really helped to get that smell out. So it's not something that I would recommend for your everyday detergent because it is a little bit pricey, but definitely having a bottle to do your clean cycle with, and then particular loads of laundry like your athletic wear or garden clothes, something that's like, pretty grimy, that's what I would use. So as much as I don't love sorting laundry into a million different loads, and I know it from the book Laundry Love that athletic wear really should be washed separately. I'm just lazy about it, but because of this, I definitely will be separating out my athletic wear and like synthetics and then using the Remedy detergent. After I ran that cleaning cycle, I made sure that the drum of the machine was clean, which it was, as well as like the seals. So there's going to be a seal if you have a front loader that you can actually kind of like peel back. It's really hard to completely remove. I don't even know if you can, but peel that back and make sure that it's completely clean. I ran a cloth in there. If you have a golden retriever, you know the struggle of dog hair, and that's like a notorious trap for dog hair. After that drum clean cycle, it was really nice and clean, which is great. But that's something that after each load, I do try to like make sure is clean, as well as wiping down the window, so to speak, of the machine and that, plastic area, and making sure that it's clean because that's another area that Sage's hair loves to stick to. So through this whole process, I also switched to a different laundry detergent for our everyday loads. If you listen to one of my early episodes I think it was called How to Love Laundry Again or something like that, you heard me talk about the Laundry Evangelist and the soap flakes from Laundry Evangelist. I really did enjoy these and loved them, but when our laundry was smelling, I went through like the gamut of different detergents thinking that was what was to blame, was that like the soap flakes weren't working. Maybe it was a buildup or something like that. Disclaimer, now that I've cleaned the machine properly, I don't think that's what the problem was, but through the process, I did find a much more cost-effective solution that I'm loving, and that's Molly's Suds. I'm in a group of like-minded ladies here in the Treasure Valley and turn to them for their clean, low-tox laundry detergent recommendations, and Molly's Suds was the clear winner. So many people were like, oh yeah, I use Molly's Suds. I love it. I use Molly's Suds. They can be found on Amazon, which is a bonus. And they smell great. And it's done with essential oils, which is pretty cool. So I got the peppermint because that seems, when I was reading reviews, like what most people use. It's a nice fresh scent for laundry. I do think I'm going to order a separate bag of the lotus and peony scented, though, to use for my laundry since it has a nice feminine touch. But yeah, they're great. They are scented with essential oil, so it's clean, it's not chemical fragrance. In terms of scents, they have an unscented if you are sensitive to, any kind of scent in your laundry. They have peppermint, citrus grove, eucalyptus, lavender, and then that lotus peony. A lot of people in that group that I was referencing also say that they use their dishwasher pods also, so you can check those out. Cleaning your dryer, fairly simple. After every load, make sure you're cleaning that lint trap. If you have a bottle brush or something like that, remove that lint trap completely every now and then, maybe once a month, and then run it in the slot to see if there's any other lint or debris that didn't get caught in the tray that can be removed from in there. At least once a year, ideally twice a year, clean the dryer exhaust tubing. You'll need a special kit to do this depending on how long your tubing is, but they're pretty inexpensive. It's a buy once kind of thing. I think the one that we got from our hardware store was about $25. And although we have yet to do this, but I do want to try it, I've seen people bring their leaf blower in, connect it to the tube, and then blow all of the debris out towards the outside of the house. Obviously, if you have a gas-powered blower, don't do this, but ours is electric, and I'm pretty intrigued about just hooking that up and blowing everything out. But that's the gist for cleaning your laundry machine, keeping up with that maintenance. I've now got Run the Clean Cycle on my cleaning list to do once a month, and a full maintenance clean once a quarter, with the exhaust tube cleaning 2 times a year. I hope you all find this helpful, and happy washing! Thank you for listening to this episode of Untraditionally Traditional. If you enjoy the podcast, please share it with those special people who would love it too, and write a review. For more tips and photos of my home and garden, follow Untraditionally Traditional Pod on Instagram. Until next week, let's continue to make our homes places of joy and service to ourselves and those we share them with.